Hello and welcome to this ET Now exclusive. My guest today is DK Sunil, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of Hindustan Aeronautics. Mr. Sunil, thank you very much for joining us on ET Now, sir. We've seen a news report which talks about that HAL is not part of the shortlisted bidders for the AMCA project. I wanted to start the interaction with you on what is your take on that report.
Let me at the outset make a disclaimer that HAL has not received anything in writing that we are out of the AMCA race. Notwithstanding that, just to look at this program itself, it is this particular order is for building 5 prototypes, which is the design and development phase, and subsequently the production will be after about 10 years. The production kicks in about 10 years from 2035 onwards. So the D&D phase will extend till then. So this particular RFI was for building 5 prototypes. So even in the worst case eventuality that we are out of this race, which is not yet conveyed to us or we are not aware, it really doesn't figure in our revenue projections or our calculations. For the next 10 years, we have not factored AMCA into our revenue at all, because we know that it's a D&D and the revenues kick in later if we produce it. So HAL will still be, open to take up the production once the design is done, even if we are not doing the prototyping phase, because we have the capability, we have the plants, and I'm sure when it comes up for production, we will be a strong contender. So I think perhaps this has been misread by the investors that, if we are out of AMCA race, it will have a bearing on our revenues. But our revenues are, and our order book is very good. We have a very strong order book. And for the next 8 to 10 years, our revenue projections and year-on-year growth and profitability is going to be very good. So I think there is no cause for concern at this stage about the effect of AMCA on getting or not getting this particular prototyping order. Will have really no impact on our revenues or our profits.
Just to get an understanding of the entire process, normally you said that the production may start from 2035. It's a long-run project. It has the first phase is the prototype, which is expected to be released by in the next 7 to 8 years. What is normally the process of the prototype, and when the government is saying that they're going to shortlist a bidder for the prototype, isn't it obvious that the bidder will all go ahead and do the commercial production of the AMCA as well, or is it that the order will be broken down between 2 parties?
If you see the RFI, it clearly states that this order is only for producing the 5 prototype aircraft. So it does not talk about the production at all. This is purely a prototyping order for 5 aircraft and certification. So the idea is that the partner or consortium that is selected will produce these 5 aircraft and help in the certification. And the production is a separate contract. So this is only for prototyping.
As I can understand, you're saying that once the prototype is certified, there will be another RFP which will come in for the production of AMCA. At that point in time, HAL may or can bid if HAL is not eligible at this point in time. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, we have the capability, we have the production plants, and we will definitely bid for producing. Even if we don't do the prototyping, once the product is certified, we will definitely be one of the contestants to build it, since we have a pedigree which goes back 85 years. So I'm sure this is not the end of the road as far as the AMCA is concerned, if and when, if we are out of the prototype phase, but still we are not out of the race for producing the aircraft. So I think this is a misreading of the implication of this news that has come up in the papers. But we still have to wait whether, till we get some finality in writing.
One of the technical conditions for shortlisting of a bidder is the order book that they are having at this point in time, and you have more than 7 times FY25 revenues as your order book, and that seems is the reason why you may have been disqualified from the shortlisting process. Do you think despite having a 7 times FY25 revenue order book, you have enough capacity and the bandwidth to go ahead with the prototype and do the investment in that?
As I said, I will not speculate, if at all we are disqualified on what grounds, but this was a clause of the RFI which we did voice our concern, that it was loaded against a company like HAL, which has produced fighter aircraft for the last 60 years. And having a large order book is not a correct way to disqualify, because it shows that you have the financial strength to take a project of this size. So we did convey our concern to ADA that why is such a condition put. Correspondingly, I would also argue that there should have been a clause for experience in prototyping and producing aircraft. Then HAL would have got all the points, and perhaps somebody else would not get. So we have voiced our concern that this kind of clauses do not help in identifying the right candidate. However, we have still gone ahead and we have participated in the RFI, and we have put our best bid forward. So let us wait and see what is the outcome.
Sir, the market was a little nervous after this news report which came in, because AMCA was supposed to be a prestigious product which will be manufactured in India, and everyone was expecting that HAL would be different leader with respect to that manufacturing. Can you give us a sense of the kind of order book that you have at this point in time, the kind of growth trajectory? Because you said the production is not going to come in before 2035, but how is the book looking like till 2035 for you?
You see, we have an order book upwards of 2 lakh crores, right? It's a much larger than that. So our plants will be busy till FY 32-33 with the LCA, the Prachand order that we have, the LUH which is now in certification. We have the Dhruv NG which we recently showcased in Wings India, which is we signed an order for 10 civil Dhruv NG for PHL, with PHL for ONGC. We have our H228 which is a very capable 19-seater aircraft. We have the UHM which is under development. We have an order for 60 aircraft. We are producing the HTT-40. So if you see, we have a huge pipeline of orders in hand and products under development, which will all kick in at various years. Maybe the LUH will come into production next year. The UHM will come into production in 27-28. So we have a very good order book, and we have a lot of products which are designed by HAL, which are already in the pipeline. We are also working on the IMRH, which should enter service around 32. So HAL has a very strong pedigree of R&D and production. So as far as our revenue plan for the next 7 to 8 years, AMCA doesn't figure in it. We very well know that It is a D&D project, design and development. It will have certification and issues. So we don't expect it to come out till about 10 years. So it is not factored into our revenue projections at all. So I can assure you that with the kind of order book that we have and the kind of pipeline of projects, products in R&D which will come to fruition in the next decade, starting 2031, I think we are very confident about the revenue projections and the profitability. So the AMCA, the way I see it is, even if it does turn out negative, it is only for we will be out for the D&D phase, but definitely we will again be in the race. We will put our hat in the ring for the production of the AMCA. So I really don't see it that it has any significant impact on HAL in terms of revenues or profit. But perhaps the investors have misread the impact that it would have. As I can assure you that our current order book is very robust.
That's right, because your stock has taken a 10% beating in the last 2 days alone, over 10% beating in the last two days alone, and that's on some nervousness about future orders which is coming in. And as you clarified that you're not going to do a commercial production of AMCA before 2035, and you have that opportunity to bid at that point in time. Sir, if I can ask you some more questions on the LCA project, how is the execution of LCA project going on with respect to the the rollout of the new Tejas Mark 1, Mark 1A aircraft? Are we increasing the production on a monthly basis? How are we getting the entire engines on time from GE for that?
Yeah, I think the engine situation will improve in the second half of this year. We have 5 engines today. We have produced in total, we will be producing 24 aircraft, including these 5, by the end of this financial year. 24 aircraft, including these 5. So 5 are with engines, and the balance 19 aircraft will be ready, waiting for engines. This is what we plan for this financial year. We already have 5 with engines and 9 which are flown with a test engine and kept ready, waiting for engines. So 14 are ready as of today, and the balance will be ready by end of March. Another 10 will be ready by end of March, waiting for engines. We have discussed with General Electric, and they assured us that by the second half of this year, calendar year 26, the deliveries will improve, and we expect to get about 24 engines in the calendar year 26. This is the assurance from GE, and we also had close interaction with their top management, and we understand that all efforts are being made, and they have also opened a new line. I was myself in USA to look at these improvements. They have improved their testing facility, automated it, they have opened a new line. So there is a lot of confidence that in H2 of this calendar year, we will get deliveries of the engine, and we will be in a position to deliver more aircraft. As far as the 5 aircraft itself is concerned, we have completed the testing of the missiles, the ASRAM, which is short range. We have completed the BVR, beyond visual range missile. We have done the bombing trials and the radar and EW suite testing. So now the aircraft has all these capabilities. There are certain capabilities which are software driven, which will come up in the next few months. But today, this aircraft is in a very capable condition, and we will be approaching the Air Force for accepting these 5 aircraft in the current financial year.
As we speak, what is the total number of LCA that you have to deliver over the next few years? Have you got the second batch of LCA Mark 1A orders as well, or you are awaiting final orders from them?
We already have an order for 180 aircraft. 83 was the first batch, And the second batch of 97 was also signed last year. So we have an order for 180 aircraft, which we will be liquidating by FY 2032-33.
Mark II, that's also something which you're working on. And for, if I'm not wrong, you're in talks with GE for the 414 engine for that as well. How's that coming through?
The 414 negotiations are progressing well for the engine, and we have now concluded the technical part and the contract conditionalities and conditions. Now we will be entering the negotiation for the price. So we expect to close the deal in this financial year so that we will be able to wrap up this 414 and then get into the next stage.
Sir, my final question is on the Sukhoi 30 MKI orders as well. These are new orders which you got. What is the timeline for delivering that?
Yeah, the Sukhoi, we've got an order for 12 aircraft, and all the ordering is already underway. And we will be delivering this in 27, 28. In those 2 years, we will be doing the deliveries, and we will be completing that in these 2 years.
Finally, sir, you recently had, and you spoke about it as well, that you're getting into the civilian aircraft line as well. How big is that opportunity for HAL, and do you need to have additional capex for that?
Yes, as you see, today we are almost all military. About 95% of our revenues are military. So this is a conscious decision to increase the share of the civil portfolio. And we have 3 products in mind. One is the Dhruv NG, which is under certification, the Hindustan 228 19-seater, which is already certified. And the third one is the SJ100 100-seater commuter aircraft, which we have signed an MOU with UAC of Russia. So the intent is that about 25% of our revenues must come from the civil aircraft in the next 10 years. This is the intent and on which we are working. We have invested a couple of 100 crores in the Dhruv NG, building the aircraft and certifying it. This is a big investment that we have made. Also for the SJ100, we are now planning to produce it in 3 years. So today we are at the stage of looking at the investment and how do we get this aircraft into the country, lease it initially to understand how the aircraft will work, and subsequently we will be manufacturing this. So the investments will be, pardon me, the investments will be basically in plant and machinery, but since we already have a lot of investment in Nasik as well as Koraput and our other plants, I think we would try to minimize the investment by using the Indian ecosystem. Pardon me. But the numbers will be known only later in the year.
Thank you very much for joining us and giving us this clarification. We hope to speak to you after your third quarter earnings on Feb 12th and get much more clarity on the order book and the way ahead for HAL. Thank you very much for joining us on ET Now.